Hello friends, welcome to this video where we'll see the functions like if, and or. Okay, so basically when you do some logical decisions in Excel, these functions are used. For example, if you have some conditions, like if I have this data, let's say, and if you see there is in this data, the columns are like employee code, employee name, region, branch, department, designation, loan amount, right? Now, in this case, in based on the bonus, so based on this, what is the question here? It is said that generate bonus 30,000 for managers. Okay. Now managers is what? It's one of the designation. So wherever manager as a designation is there for such records, I need to provide bonus of 30,000. Okay, that is my requirement. So in such requirement where we need to give value in a cell basis certain condition, okay, we use the concept of if function. Now let us understand how this function is applied. Okay, how it is typed. So if I say equals and if I type if, okay, it has three parameters. First parameter is logical test. In logical test, we need to provide a condition on which we need to decide what value to be given in a cell. So in this case, what will be the logical test? My statement says generate bonus of 30,000 for managers. Okay, so condition is the person must be manager. Okay, and where I'll find that whether he is manager or not, it will be found in designation field. Meaning for this particular record, the first record, the cell to refer is this, that is G2, right? So here I'll say G2 equals managers. Now, not managers, we'll say manager because although here, because statement is referring to multiple records, like generate bonus of 30,000 for managers. But then here when I'm typing the function, we are referring to particular record, right? So uh, it cannot be managers. So if you see the data, in data, the value appears as manager. Okay, so that's why G2 equal to manager. That is what we need to check. Comma, that is the condition I gave. Next parameter it is asking is value if true. Now, what value to be given in case if this condition is true? That is we need to mention here. Okay, so what is value I need to give? I need to give value as 30,000. So there I will provide value as 30,000. And if I give comma, it asks me value if false. Meaning if this condition is false, then what value to be given? So in that case, I say I want to give 0 as a value. Okay. So in case condition is true, meaning if person is manager, 30,000. If in case condition is false, that is if the person is not manager, in this first record itself, he is senior executive. So this condition will not meet, and hence this value if false, what we have provided, that will appear in this bonus section. Okay, let's hit enter and see what value it takes. See, it took 0. Now to get the value in front of all records, we simply double click on this fill handle and you will see the formula is applied on all the records, and accordingly the values are populated. Okay, so if a person is manager, like the person is manager here, okay, he is taken 30,000 as value. He is given 30,000 as bonus. Okay, and for others it's 0. That is how if function is applied. Okay, now let's see some more examples of if function. If I come to next sheet, you'll see that there are multiple conditions this time. Okay, let me see what conditions they are. So the first condition says the person must be executive to get a value of 10,000 in case of in terms of bonus. And if person is senior executive, for him, for such employees, I need to give value as 15,000. Okay, so 10,000 as a bonus for executives, 15,000 as for senior executive, and for other people, no bonus. But then in previous case, there was only one condition, like person is manager, then give some particular value. Here, there are two different conditions. Like if this condition is true, then give this value. If this condition is true, then give this value. How to work around this? Okay, let's see how this function could be typed. If I say equals, if, now what is the first logical test? Okay, there are multiple ways of doing it, but let's do it using if. Okay, because we are learning if function. So I'm typing if logical test. Now, what is a logical test? Condition says that person should be executive. So designation should be executive. Okay, executive. Remember here, executive, if you see in these records, E is appearing in capital, wherein I have intentionally typed it in small. Why? Just to demonstrate that Excel is not case sensitive. Okay, this will also work. Okay, so Excel is by default not case sensitive. So yeah, G2 equal to executive. If I give comma, value if true, in case if this condition meets, what value I need to give? That is 10,000. So I'll put there 10,000 as the value. In case condition is false, then what? Now remember, in this case, I don't want to give some other value directly, like 0, like we give in previous case. Here, if condition is false, I don't want to close giving some value. I need to check the other condition where the person is senior executive in that case. If he is executive, give this value. If not, then check for other condition. Now, how to check that? So there I'm going to put one more condition saying G2 equals senior SR space executive. Remember that text should match, as in here, if you see, there is a space between dot and E. So ensure you put that here also. Okay, give comma. So that's my second condition. But remember, this is a condition we give, but this will be part of if, right? It has to be inside if, because this is a condition I need to check. That's why if this condition. So remember, this entire if what I'm typing, it's a value if false part of this outer if. And now this becomes your logical test, which I have typed here. Now, of course, for this logical test, whether value if true, what to be given and what is to be given in case of value if false, that we need to mention. So if this condition goes true, value to be given as 15,000. Okay. Otherwise, value to be given as, now this time it will be 0, because in case if executive, then 10,000. If in case senior executive, you 15,000. Otherwise 0. That is what we need to do. So hence, in this case, giving it as 0. Value false for the inner if. So now remember, this if complete, see all three parameters are given, this function is completed. Okay, and remember this if what I have typed is the third parameter of this if, the outer one. And that also completes it. And that's why we need to add one more closure. You understood why we added two closures? One for inner if and the other one for outer if. Okay, if I hit enter, you'll see that accordingly, I mean, as per the conditions, values are given. So the person is senior executive, the person is getting as 15,000 as a bonus. And if person is executive, he is getting 10,000 as a bonus. Okay. And for others, of course, it's 0. So this is like how we can add if inside if. This is called as nested if. Okay. Coming to one more example, if I come to next sheet, now in this case, what it is said. Okay. What it is said in this case. Let's understand that first. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can clearly view it. Yeah. So generate bonus of 25,000 for employees who are staying in Mumbai or Pune. Now, Mumbai and Pune is what? If you see, it's one of the where I'll find Mumbai and Pune. If you see, it's a branch, right? The people working in the respective branch. Okay. So if a person is working in Mumbai, he should be given as 25,000 as a bonus. So do we have Mumbai? Yes, this person. Okay, and again, a person in Pune, like this one, he should be getting a bonus of 25,000. And for others, it should be 0. Now, how to do this? If I interpret this statement properly, it can come up like this. See, give a bonus of 25,000 to such employees who are working in Mumbai or Pune, right? Slash means or. Okay, means if the condition is this or this, then give particular value. Now, how to write this? How to type this? If I say if, now see, there is not one condition. There are multiple conditions I need to check. Whether person belongs to Mumbai or Pune, right? Okay. Whenever we have two or more conditions, either we can use the previous example like nesting of ifs, okay, or this one, what I'm showing you. Remember, only in case if you have multiple conditions, then this approach to be used. Okay. Now, here I'm talking about or. Why? Because slash appears, as in if person is in Mumbai or Pune, then particular value to be given. So here, whenever I want to refer multiple conditions and I check whether the condition is true on one logical test or other logical test. In that case, we use or function. Because as such in if, you can provide only one logical test. Here, I need to provide multiple logical tests, and on that, I need to check whether this or that. If whatever true, then go for some particular value. That's why I'm using OR function. Moment I type OR function, okay, it asks me logical 1, logical 2, logical 3. That way I can keep adding multiple logical tests. Okay. Now, first logical test I need to check is whether a person belongs to Mumbai. So, branch value, that is E2, equals Mumbai. This is I need to check. That is my first logical test. Fair enough. Now we have another logical test also. We just give a comma and put logical test, the other one. That is E2 equals Pune. And if you have to check multiple, few more, like if I say I want to give bonus of 25,000 to people in Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, and Bangalore. Let's say these 4 cities. So this way, in the same sequence, I'm going to put other cities also, logical test also. Okay, logical 3, logical focal 4. This continues. Okay, I can put multiple conditions. At the moment, there are only 2, so I'll close that OR because whatever conditions I wanted to give, I have already mentioned them. Okay, mentioned there. Now I give comma, and now it's asking for value if true. So if this condition is true or this condition is true, what value need to go? We need to give value as 25,000, and hence we'll type here 25,000. In case if this condition is false, then what value we need to give? In that case, we need to give 0. That is what we gave, 0. All right. Let's close. So remember, this entire OR is nothing but your logical test of if. Yeah. And any of these condition is true, we need to give this value, that becomes the value if true of if. And of course, this 0 is value if false of if. So the entire if function completes. We need to close if function now. Remember these brackets which you are closing, it's also called as parenthesis. Okay. It's very important to close those brackets properly because it defines where the function starts and where the function ends. Okay. So ensure you close those brackets properly so that now proper outputs are obtained. If I hit enter, you get 0 here. Why? This person neither belongs to Mumbai, nor to Pune. He is from Jaipur. But now if I double click on the fill handle, you'll find that whoever belongs to Mumbai or Pune, such people are getting 25,000 as a bonus, and others they're getting 0. All right. So this is how the function could be used. Coming to next sheet. Okay. Now in this sheet, what is the condition? There is little bit changed in the logical test. It says generate bonus of 20,000 for executives in Pune. Again, let's read it properly. Generate bonus of 20,000 for people who are belonging to Pune and working as executive. Again, there are 2 conditions, but it's not the case of or. Why? We are not saying either Pune or Mumbai or either executive or senior manager. No, we are saying if a person is working as executive and he is from Pune or from Pune, then give some value. So here it's not a case of or, it's a case of and. Both the conditions, like person must be in executive and he must be in Pune. Both the condition has to meet, right? And that's why in this case, instead of or that we used in previous example, we'll be using. Now, how to apply AND function? It's somewhat similar the way we use OR and can be applied. Let's see it practically. If I type here equals, if, now logical test. Logical test is what? We need to check on 2 conditions and both the conditions must be true. And that's why we'll put here. All right. Logical 1. What is logical 1? Person must be executive. So there it goes. G2 equals executive. All right. Giving comma. What else? G2 equal to executive. That's my first condition. Second condition is he must belongs to Pune. Now where to get Pune? It will be found in branch because branch has various cities. Okay. So this E2 belongs to Pune. This is what I need to check. All right. So that I closed that. What I closed, remember, it shows the color red and red, meaning and got closed here. We have done with our logical test or conditions. If this condition comes, if the outcome of this condition comes to be true, meaning when it will come true, if both the conditions satisfies. Okay. In that case, value if true, meaning what value need to given? We need to give value as 20k. And if condition goes false, what value need to be given? We need to give there 0. Fair enough. If I close the function, because why I closed it? My if also has to be closed. That's what I did. If I hit enter, we got 0 here. Why? Because the person is not a senior executive and neither from Pune. But yeah, if I double click on the fill handle, you'll see that wherever the respective condition meets, that this person, if you say Sagar Tele, he is from Pune and working as executive, and hence he is getting bonus of 20k. So it's working as per what was expected. Okay, so this demonstrates how we can check for multiple conditions and ensure that both the conditions are true. Okay, so that is the way these if, and or functions could be used together to check logical conditions, and accordingly a decision could be made that what value will come in the respective column. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice time.